Feel good, right? So going back to that cold lead at his store. Yeah. Okay. So far I've determined she lives in Rockville. Good. I've determined that she's on an apple diet, right? Then I'd be like, well, I mean, if you eat on this diet, what are you trying to do? What's your goal really? Right. Oh, I want to lose weight. Oh, okay. Now she's been having the conversation in her head the whole time. Right. Now all I gotta do is just jump in that conversation. Really? Has that been helping you? Yeah. Oh no, it hasn't been helping. Why do you keep doing it? All right. Wow. So what has been your struggle? Right. Why did you even start this? Yeah. Okay. So in that conversation of building rapport and listening to them, you're building trust. Yeah. Okay. Then when I'm like, well, do you know that it's a better way to achieve the result you're looking for with not having to go on an apple diet? Yeah. Really? Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, you know what, though? We cannot talk right now because we're at the store. Obviously, it's very busy. Right. You're busy. You're shopping. I have to get back home to my kids, right? Is there a way? Do you mind if I,
set up an appointment?
No, set up an appointment.
Oh, you don't close then? Okay.
Not right there. Right? Not
or
right
you don't
there.
set a sales
there.
Pitch there.
No.
Not there.
No, because remember, my goal right now is to get them from that environment
from cold lead to hot lead
to my environment. So first I'm warming them up. Yeah. They're laughing now. Right. So we're having a conversation. Now they've built trust. Yeah. Right. So now the way you say this to people is very important, right? Okay. So if I say to her after that whole conversation, okay, is there do you know there's a better way for you to be able to lose those 15 pounds without having to be on an apple diet all day long? Yeah. Really? Oh my gosh. What is it? Well, you know what though? It would take me forever to explain it right here, right? We're gonna have to get together another time, right? Now, here's very key, it's very important. I could say to her, give me your number, right? Or I could say to her, how may I reach you? What's the difference? Both same things, right? But if I say, give me your number, nobody wants to give anybody the number. It's more personal. Right. Give me your number. But how may I reach you? Oh, okay, yeah. Here's my number. All right. So the way you ask those questions is very, very
business psychology.
The psychology of sales, right?
Okay.
Very, very important. So these are all elements. People say, "Well, Patrick, how do you close a high deal of clients?" Well, these are the psychological triggers that I use in my presentation to get people to be like, of their own free will, not feel like slimy. Give me the information that I need to lead them to water, so to speak.
Yeah, so I'll say this again because I haven't seen you in at least a year. You are a very, very good communicator.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Because that you just from what you just told me in whatever time since this started, you can communicate a very vivid story, and make it have a point.
Right.
There's a lot of people who can tell long stories, but they're long-winded and they're over-exaggerated, and it's useless. There's no point to it.
If I use that story.
So I'm like, all right, cool.
Right.
But you know how to grab intel from someone by either reading their body language or you know how to say the right thing in the right way to convey trust.
Right, exactly, and that's the key. Yeah. And you hit the nail on the head, Brian. Is at the end of the day, you're telling stories, okay? But you're using those stories to connect with them, the pain point, right? And then they're like, oh my gosh, this guy knows me so well.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he could probably fix my problem before I even have the problem.
Exactly, and that's how you warm them up, right? Then, now my goal now is to get them to my gym, right? But I can't just give them everything right there because it will be what's called information overwhelm. Right. So now they got a piece of me, right? They're like, this is someone I can trust. Now I have to continue the conversation. Yeah. Right? In steps. Yeah. Right? In steps. So now I say, how may I reach you to give this information? Because now they're like, yeah, I want to know more. Right? Be like, okay, I will reach out to you. How may I reach you? I got to go right now. Yeah. Right? And then you connect with them again. But now when they're in your mobile phone, now they're now a warm lead, right? You've gotten them from a cold lead to a warm lead. Now the process for talking to them as a warm lead is the same as before. All right? Because now when I reach out to them, I'm like, okay, I have that information for you. Oh, yeah, Patrick from the store. Yeah, apple diet. Yes. Okay. Okay, yes. Okay, now I take them from, now that I know they live in Rockville, right? Because I did that whole research while talking to them. Right. Now it's a matter of me getting them now from their couch at home in Rockville to my gym in Rockville, right? Have a whole different set of conversations. Okay. All right. So that's why I say it's deep. We could go really deep on this, right?
For sure.
This is like a whole seminar, right? A whole seminar on this, right?
We could.
So that's something we could probably set up, right? But what people I say all that to say that if you want to become a successful trainer, right, you have to master the art of prospecting.
Right.
Right. Now,
you have to understand sales. Sales and business, how businesses work.
Right.
Because as an independent trainer or as a trainer in general, you are your independent business.
Right.
Because regardless if you work for a corporate gym or by yourself, you have to understand the processes of how to get a client, not just how to get someone to lift a certain amount of weight or lose X amount of weight.
And that's
those are totally different.
And that's the
business
mistake a lot of people make when they become personal training.
I completely
There are so
agree.
many people that become personal trainers and they say, "I don't like to talk to people." You're in the wrong business, right? That thing, don't the mindset. Now, there are gyms that exist whereby you just go as a trainer and they give you the clients,
right?
But then guess what? They pay you like pittance, like they pay, like hourly rates, and that's it, right? So you don't get to really make great money. So those exist, right? But if you have ambitions of making huge money, you have to know how to prospect. Now, you mentioned sales. Prospecting is a subset of sales, right?
Yeah.
Sales is the big overarching umbrella, right? And prospecting is underneath it, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to exceed the sales, well, you have to know how to prospect.
Right.
Now you get prospect, you got that person in.
Yeah.
Now you have to know how to convert that person into a client.
Yeah.
That's another step, right? And then you have to know how to retain this person, right?
Yeah.
I had one of the highest retention rate in the company. Well, actually, it was like, before I left, they told me it was like 60%. Retention rate, right? Which is huge.
That's solid.
There were only 3 other people ahead of me in the entire company. In the entire company when I was a Gold Gym before I left.
Yeah.
Only 3 other people. All right? When you talk about the number of trainers that existed there, like there were at least over 1,000 trainers.
For sure.
Yeah.
More than that.
Easily, right?
Yeah.
And I was number 3 in retention at 60%. Think about how powerful that is.
Yeah.
Now, there's a whole process to maintaining retention to in your business. Because guess what? If you get in new clients but they keep leaving, right? You just be like spinning your wheels, getting new clients, right? It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I have clients that have been with me 3, 4, 5 years.
Right.
So when you have the price of retention down, well, guess what? You don't have to worry so much about looking for a new client. Now, not everybody's going to stay with you forever, but
for sure,
if you can keep 60% of them,
that's
pretty good, right?
That's a good percentage.
That's pretty good. All right. And then, of course, the next step is learning how to then get referrals from these people, right? That's the whole process.
Word of mouth.
Yeah. Okay. And then repeating the process all over again.
Right.
All right. So those are the process that I personally have developed over the years that I use to build the business I have today, right?
Okay.
That will continue to grow. The same process. If I were to be in this gym or go to other gym, I just follow the same process and build the client base. So until somebody is comfortable with that kind of process, they're going to find it very, very difficult to make money as a personal trainer.
Right.
You're going to, because even if you're able to get leads in, we can't convert them to clients, you're wasting money, right? And then even if you convert them and you can keep them past a month, you just be spending more money over and over again, right? It's very hard to grow.
There's 2 processes. I definitely want to make that clear. It's the prospecting business strategy, and then it's the actual your training content.
Exactly. So that's part of the retention, right? So the quality of your service has to be high too.
Yeah.
And you as a brand have to be high, right? So like your brand has to be such that people come in and be like, wow, I want to be associated with Patrick all the time, because him as a person and him as a brand is something that's positive that I want to be around, right?
Yeah.
So which affects your retention.
Right.
Okay. So you take all those things, which I did, and just take them to an independent gym. So it's no shocking that I'm able to build a business.
Yeah.
Right.
You're your own machine.
Yeah, exactly. Now it comes down to how much you want to work.
Right.
Which is another thing, right? You got to be willing to work hard.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm never afraid to work hard. I love working hard, right? So plus you got to want to be number 1. Okay.
It's that alpha personality, just like I got to be number 1.
Strategic alpha.
Well, all right. How about we get into the actual your product in terms of your training? Like, how do you structure your product, and how do you separate yourself from other trainers? Okay.
So, like I said, first it comes down to the kind of client I attract, right? That I want. Okay?
Weight loss.
Yeah, exactly. So let's say that's which is what I focus on right now, right? So the experience I give them, right, in the workout session has to be one whereby they're like, oh my gosh, I cannot get this anywhere else. And the level of attention I give them, right? Then the totality of the experience they have. So understanding that a client, when they come into a session, is not just wanting to do push-ups and sit-ups. Now, there are clients that just want to come in and just train. Right? But again, you have to be able to have what's called emotional intelligence and connect with your client emotionally, right? Empathy, right? Empathy with them, connect with them, right? So once that happens, if you can get a client and you connect with them on that level, you've got a client for life for the most part, right? Because guess what? Now you become the therapist, right? Which at the end of the day
is for life.
At the end of the day, that's what you really become as a personal trainer, right?
Big
become
facts.
Become a therapist.
Facts.
They talk to you, they open up to you, they trust you. At that point, they have completely trusted you, right? So that is how I interact with my clients. Now, how I interact with each person is different. Right. So that's where that emotional intelligence comes in. Some clients that come and know that they don't want to talk. They appreciate the go. I don't want any rest. There's some clients, I can tell, they appreciate the fact that we talk a little bit and work hard. Talk a little bit and work hard, right? So, but the program overall has to be suitable for their end goal. Right? They have to feel like, oh my gosh, if I live here, nowhere else can I duplicate the same level of experience. Right? That I'm having with Patrick. All right, and that's how I go by designing the experience of training my clients, if that makes sense. Does all that make sense?
Yeah. So it's more of you have your own internal programs of treating them a certain way and making them feel good in order for them to come back. But your strategy is almost like calories in, calories out. So when you have a specific diet plan, you ensure that they're within a caloric limit within their BMR. And then once you get there, you kind of cater their energy exertion rate. No?
No. That is what most trainers do.
That's what it sounds like from what you just told me.
Okay, that's what it sounds like. Look, but I never mentioned about calories.
Right.
So again, going back to the psychology, right? A lot of my clients, we almost never talk about calories. Right? Almost never talk about calories, right? Again, it's about the experience that they're having, right? People don't buy personal training for the most part because they need to teach them calories in, calories out. Calories in, calories out, right? They can do that by themselves. They're coming because of how they're going to feel after they leave interacting with Patrick.
The happiness.
Exactly. That's what I focus on.
Okay.
So everything else takes care of itself.
So how do you give them results?
Very good. So I give them guidelines, right? Give them guidelines. So if a person wants to lose weight, well, first, obviously, the workout, consistency in the workout, right? And then I give them eating strategies, customized to each person, right? Because at the end of the day, again, it comes down to the kind of clients you want to attract. The kind of clients I attract are like me in the sense that I hate counting calories. So none of my clients want to count calories, right? So instead, big picture, right? Okay, so instead of processed pasta, right? Eat brown rice. Okay. It's how to make better eating choices. And people can live with that long term versus, okay, I have my scale and I'm counting every single calorie that I eat, right? For my clientele, they don't like that. They like the strategic approach, right? Because they want something that's sustainable over time, right? Counting calories for most people is not sustainable over time, right? Because if it were, everybody would be counting calories and the whole U.S. would be in shape, right?
True.
Which is not the case, right?
Very true.
And you can find a counting calorie calculator online, right? But people are not counting calories, right? So again, it's about meeting people at a place whereby they're like, okay, if I use this approach, it's something I can do for the rest of my life, right? And helping them understand this is a lifelong journey, right? So that's how they achieve result over time.
Right. So you give them a guideline.
Strategies,
diet strategy that they can follow, which you kind of internally have. I'm pretty sure as an engineer, you know about numbers. With those guidelines, you can't really exceed a certain number of calories, and then you make them work harder than they expend. That's exactly what you're doing.
Theoretically,
yeah.
Theoretically, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
But how I get them there is totally different.
Right. No, I'm not saying how you get them. I'm telling you what you do.
Okay. Yeah. So, but see, that's a good point, though.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, imagine, like, I never sit down with a prospect and say, okay, we're going to come up with a plan, and this is the number of calories you're going to eat, and so on and so forth.